Hello, 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 YouTube world. I'm back again. Today, I'm going to do a little simple, quick one, hopefully. I need to get my AC bracket on, and it has a bracket that goes through the water pump bolt. So I'm going to drain some of my coolant. I have a new cap, because this tested was releasing way too early. And I might as well do a new thermostat. I'm going for this bolt right there. So, and then I also have my mechanical gauge. I think I'm going to keep my mechanical gauge going, but there's a port right here in the intake. I think I might move it to there, even though the hose, let's see how much in the way that is. And I think actually these are supposed to spin back the other way. I don't know, I saw that might help, but let's see. Yeah, that'll run. Just a little bit of clearance there. That'll be all right. Maybe I'll move that over. I don't know if that'll help to gauge any. Still haven't really ran this thing warm enough to see if my electrical gauge is accurate versus the mechanical. So yeah, we're just going to simple drain off. Get most of this down. I might. Obviously, I'm going to have to drain some out of the block too, but I might just do it when I take the bolt out of the water pump and let that be the drain for the block. Alrighty, oh, and I got this great tub at Ace Hardware. Not Ace. Ace or True Value. I don't know. $7 versus getting proper. I wanted to get one of those proper funnels I always had in the shop, but they're like $30. I mean, come on. This will be good enough. So I'm probably just going to put the coolant back in. Yada, yada, yada. All right, drained off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and stop it because I am past my thermostat. I pulled out my temperature probe and fitting. And guess what is not underneath the thermostat housing? Oh, there's no thermostat. So that's not going to help any heating and cooling issues. I don't know, is that a common thing you can get away with out west here? I was always in New England. You had to have a thermostat. I mean, if you wanted to get heat in your car for the heater. I'm going to get that plug out there. I think that's where I'm going to want to put my probe. I think it's the same thread. I might need the adapter, so I might need a plug. This might not happen today for that, but at least I'll get a thermostat in here. And then I think I'll work on this water pump next. Recording, yes. Hey, the ice cream man came down the alley. Gotta love it. So yeah, that's a little crusty. Like I said, no thermostat. Cleaning up, it was all RTV. This thing is in there. I thought it may have been JB Weld. I was scraping at it. It's just RTV. Got the water pump bolt out. Maybe a gallon of coolant I drained. Just didn't have to drain too much to get down. So I'll leave that for now. Just leave this in the thermostat, which you're reading before the intake. So you're getting. So I guess I'll get a gauge reading at the engine, and the thermostat. This will be before the thermostat, which there was no thermostat. So yeah, now we can get my AC bracket on and the compressor. Maybe I'll grab that right now so we can mock that up. So she's going to sit something like that. Bracket, in case anyone has to do this. Bracket, spacer, water pump. I'm going to put some white thread lock or white thread sealant on there. This is for sanding compressors. Smaller compressor. Bracketry I got off eBay. Alright, got that cleaned up the best I could. Got to get my bolt, put some thread sealant on it. This is what I use. This is over 20 years old. This is my toolbox. It is still good. You believe that? Liquid stuff. I think it's a little more stickier I used it on another thing recently, so yeah, it's great, amazing. That lasts 20 years plus. Unbelievable. Clean that up. I got the bolts and the thermostat housing soaking in some cleaner, because that was aluminum housing was pretty chewed up, corrosion. So, all right, let's get this sealed up. All right, that is mocked up. That is how she sits. Bracket, spacer around the compressor, and it swings. I got it at the shortest position. I'm going to put some string around the pulleys so I can figure out a belt length I need to get. And then I just need a wire, because my I think the factory is a 2-terminal. So I'm just going to get a connector going for that. And then, once the coolant's back together, I can drop this off to have the AC lines cut to length. I'm going to go one right here, real short, and one over there. I should go around the back. I think they went up here originally, but we'll do something neat, clean. Started scraping this because I don't know about you guys, this has bothered me every single video. I'm going to give that a quick coat of paint, maybe the booster as well. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna have air conditioning. I don't know why these hot rod guys get rid of air conditioning. Gonna gain power, man. Gonna gain all that horsepower. Okay, dilemma. Of course there's a dilemma. Got my 195 thermostat. I've got some marble mystery oil on this plug to get loose, because that's why there's no thermostat in there, because if you put this temperature gauge probe in there, it hits. That's not, I'm showing you what it will do, but it's hitting top of the thermostat. So I'd like to put it over here. I believe that's the same plug. That thread is that thread. So I still would need a plug for there. This housing is pretty banged up. So you can see how corroded that is. That's almost worn through. You can't see, of course, but that's pretty good corrosion there. So maybe I'll get a new housing. Oh, and I can't find the gasket, of course. I bought the gasket, brought it home. I don't know where it is, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, c'est la vie. So now I'm stuck in the alley. I don't want to move it. Might try and get some heat on that. See if I can get that plug loose. God damn it. Alright, thank God I got that. Jeez. It was still tight with heat. Yeah, I think I can get that. I'm going to go to the hardware store anyway, get plugs. Plug if I need it. I have to put that over there. There's no way I'm going to put the thermostat in and a gasket. So I'm going to go get a gasket. Might need the right size plug. We'll see. See what I got here, what's working. Hold tight. Okay, the plug is the same. Got it, it's fitting nicely. Tried to clean up in there. It is a little dirty. I do have the towel underneath there. But I got this to fit nice. This fits nice. The hose will have plenty of room. These are all the things you got to check and double check. So I'll do one more search in the house for the gasket. Well, maybe I dropped it coming out of the store. I don't know. And before I go, I think I'll do this in case I run into anything. All right. Found it. See, this is when you're going to clean up your mess. I mean, look at this. I mean, I can't find anything in there. Ugh. All right, so these bolts do not go into a coolant passage. They are just plugged up down there. I'm going to go dry gasket. That's pretty smooth, that side. This is a little pitted, so I might smear a little RTB, let it dry real quick, then put this together. And then I might put just a dab RTB just to keep these kind of locked in there from loosening up. I guess I could just use the thread sealant too, and then I gotta thread seal that. And I'm not gonna put anything on there, let the rubber do its job there. And then I don't have to go to the store. Yay! What are you doing, Michael? Well, against my better judgment, this is going to be my little EPA rant. I'm going to filter my coolant that I drained out of this, which isn't too bad, actually. I tested it before, and it was still good for a cooling capacity, or temperature-wise. But there's no way to dispose of coolant in California easily. Used to, you'll just take it to AutoZone with your oil. They stopped doing that. Maybe they were getting charged too much to take it away. I don't know. So I think all that does is push people to dump it down the drain or right here. But I'm not one of those people. I've never been one of those people. Even when I lived in the country, even when I was a redneck, put it in a jar. Had a 55-gallon drum on the property. You filled that up and you got it pumped out. There's no reason to kill our planet, which we're doing plenty of that, believe me. So do the right thing, everybody. Made a nice funnel holder upper. It's a press stone funnel for coolant. I don't know why it doesn't fit in there. Maybe it only fits newer radiators or something. Okay, let's dump it in. Alright, let's see. She goes. She starts at just above the 100 numbering. And on the old mechanical, she starts at, she's just at the bottom. Oh, sorry, the glare there. Yeah, she's just at the bottom on the needle. That did work when I went up the highway, climbing a big incline. So it does, it's accurate, I would say. Still, I've not had this thing warm enough, probably because there was no thermostat in it. But look at the shite I'm filtering out of this coolant. So I think I'm going to obviously flush this at some point. Maybe. I've had mixed reviews on that too. Some AutoZones will take it down. I think it's just who you talk to. The technician's in the mood or whatever. But hazardous waste. I thought they were supposed to take it. The other option is to go downtown or something. I got a leak already. Oh, that hose is leaking. Probably because of the aluminum. It's all chewed up. Let me get that tightened up. Alright, bump the idle up a little bit. We're getting a little bit up there now, finally. This sucker's reading let's see, what would that be? Would that be 120? 120, 10, 20, 30, 30, 40. Is that 140? I don't know. And then what's that going to be? These suckers accurate? Well, they should be two different readings because one's in... Oh no, they're both in the hot engine side now. They should be somewhat equal. So that should, in case you don't know, just run it until the thermostat opens with the cap off. And when the thermostat opens, this level will drop. Fill it up, top off your reservoir, go for a ride. That's how simple these systems were back then. No bleeding, anything else. That's the bolt we did. Looks pretty good. Petcock's not leaking. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, like 4 radiator, small block. I don't expect it to get too hot. I don't know, it's 80 degrees today. 160 on the mechanical. And I don't know, that could be kind of low to me too. we'll see. Alright, mechanical gauge is right about 190. So it's a 195 thermostat. That's why this is getting a little higher over here. So the thermostat is about to open. So yeah, she's at 190. Maybe I should put a lower thermostat. I don't know. Look at it. 125 should be the middle. So, man, these things just are not accurate at all. I think that GM's always been that way. They don't want you to get scared that you're overheating. They're like, we'll just have the gauge read low. I don't know. I still could have the wrong electronic, sender in it, the electrical sender. That's me. I'm squeezing the hose here. I'm going to feel if it's opening or not. I'll turn the idle up too, obviously. This is the coolant tester I was talking about. They're pretty accurate. I mean, I think you should just change your coolant when it's dirty or mileage anyway. Funny, it runs so cool. Cool to me. That doesn't feel like 195 to me. She says, like, see that? What does that say? Like 200? I'll get around 200. This is just gonna hit 125. Come on, really? Oh, and that opened. See? We got a lot of good flow now. We got heat. So that says, yeah, this thermostat's opened. I feel it's a lot warmer. I'll top that off, seal it up, and bump my idle down. Yeah, can you see that? She's starting to smoke. I haven't been driving it. It's just been sitting here. We're all warmed up. Like I said, that gauge, like I said, that gauge is, I don't know, that's going to be the running temp. Between there and the middle. That one's right at 190. A little lifter tick. Had that before, kind of went away though. I got some Berryman's top engine clean. I'll pour some of that in there. Alright, so the consensus is running temp is right about there. And 195 on the mechanical glare gauge. There it is. So yeah, drove it around a little bit. I mean, the 195 is where she runs. That's what the thermostat is. Maybe I'll drop it down to 160 for summer. Coming in the winter here. LA winter. Still 80 something degrees. I did a 16-pound test on that. That's what it called for, I guess. And that's going to wrap up the coolant. Got to get the belt for the air conditioner. I'm going to go do that at some point, and I'll let you know. Thanks, guys. All right, like, comment, subscribe, or subscribe. One of those two.